Welcome back, everybody. My name is Javierdo, and we, my friends, are in the latest 1.17 update. And yet again, I'm curing villagers. I'm actually trying to get them to buy carrots from me, because we really don't have a stable source of emeralds back over at the mountain village. We also did the interiors for the farmhouse last episode, so I thought it'd be nice to have some actual farmers living in there. I'm also going to be curing these guys multiple times because I want them to trade at the lowest price possible, and that is 1 carrot for 1 emerald. Come on, let's go. You can do it. Move the little toesies, buddies. I know you can do it. Let's go. A little more, please. Please. Move it, bro. Come on. Ah, finally. We got 2 farmers moved in, and this guy over here trades 1 carrot for 1 emerald, and this one over here, he trades 4 carrots for 1 emerald, which is still a pretty good deal, I'd say. But anyway, what I want to do next concerns with these flower fields over here. You see this open area over here? This is amazing. And I was thinking, I really want to have a forest over here. Like a custom forest with tall pine trees all over the place, and then we can have a sugarcane farm in the middle of the woods. And I've already been collecting a lot of resources, and throughout the hardship, the smooth criminal has been by my side. We also obviously gonna have to terraform this place. Hey, is that a goat? Look at him, he's so cute. Anyway, so I was thinking, why don't we do this in the form of a montage? Montage. Alright, so I obviously did not plan the video like this, but bad things have happened. As you might be able to tell, we are back in diamond armor. That means we lost all our netherite gear. And this is how it happened. So basically I went through Dupli over here, and the dimension didn't load on the other side. So that means I had no platform to stand on, there was no blocks over there, and I fell straight into the void. For the first few seconds I did not understand what's actually happening, so I could not react appropriately, and yeah, I ended up dead. Now I am doing a voiceover on this. I'm not gonna play the actual audio because in that one I was swearing left and right. So anyway, then got back home and scraped empty all my diamond reserves. I then swam back to the mountain village where I remembered my fortune pickaxe was inside my ender chest. I fortuned the diamonds that we had and recrafted all the tools and armor that I had lost. I then went back to the main village to enchant all that stuff. And because in the new update 1 emerald villages do not exist, this was way more frustrating. 25 emeralds, motherfucker, take it or leave it. And that is how we got here. I also had a spare set of elytra, so that's what we're wearing right now. Anyway, let's talk about the trees behind us. Now, in case you can't tell already, I am really happy with how these turned out. This time around, I decided to make them thick, unlike the ones we have over here. Let me show you. You see these ones over here? These are very skinny in comparison to those ones. And don't get me wrong, these ones are really nice as well. I think both of them have their own unique charm. But those ones over there, they just hit different. Look at how seriously good they look from a distance. Okay, you can't deny that they look epic. Behind the trees, we also have this beginning of automatic sugarcane farm, which is not complete because this is the last sugarcane I had. However, the field is ready, all the water sources are in, and once I'm able to fill this all the way through with sugarcane, it's all business. Meanwhile, I also laid out this botanist house over here. And the circle we're standing in right now is going to be a tower, a big tower. And then this is going to be the main living space. The front door can go over there, and whoa, jumping sheeps apparently. Anyway, there's also going to be this diagonal workshop of some sort, for which I have to remove this boulder, but that's okay, it's going to be epic after it's done. So anyway, let me get this built, and I'll see you guys in a bit. Are you guys ready for this? Because I absolutely am. So let's turn around. Ladies and gentlemen, would you look at that? Isn't it beautiful? And I've said once, and I'll say it again. I love the render distance fog in Minecraft. Look at how cool that looks fading away in that fog right over there. And then as you move closer and closer, all the block variations start becoming more visible, and the build starts looking all rugged and worn, and that's exactly the look that I was going for. And I think it looks so good. And we have a bunch of block variations going on in here. For starters, the roof itself is made out of 5 different blocks. Even for the base of the structure, we've used a lot of different grade blocks while still keeping it relatively subtle. And then we have the tower, of course, which basically has a reverse gradient. It starts with lighter colors at the bottom and then gets progressively darker, which again is still quite subtle. I did not want to make it to, a very harsh gradient. However, we still have a lot of work to do around here, like adding some of those tiny details that... Oh, and by the way, I got these moss blocks from Watering Creator who was selling me moss blocks. Does that make sense? Anyway, so this was way before we died. It was even before we started making those trees over there. So I'm just gonna play that clip right now. Guys, check this out. This guy over here is selling me moss blocks. He also has this small drip leaves, which I'm also interested in. By the way, if you're wondering where we are at the digging site, the dirt digging site. And yeah, there we go. At this point, I bought the moss and drip leaf, tried them out, and yeah, that's it. There's no need for y'all to see my dirt digging site anyway. Now, I was talking about details. So for me, every build has 2 phases, right? So take it as a big picture and a small picture. The big picture being how the build looks from a distance, like the shape, the texture, the palette, mainly the shape and the texture. And then comes the smaller picture, which is all about immersion, tiny details, and adding life. Like doing the interior adds immersion. Shrubbery and foliage can add a nice bit of detail around the build. And then adding life is just about making the area feel lived in, and just dive into the lore that you have created in your world. Like for example, say you're building a village. Start thinking like a villager itself, like a resident of the village that you're creating. And think about the kind of activities you will be doing around the area. And build accordingly. For me, this is a botanist house. So it made sense to have some extra shrubbery around here. Perhaps it's the botanist that likes to plant plants around his house. And then, where his workshop is at, we have this wheelbarrow. Maybe he uses this to transport some goods here and there. And then over here, we have these storage crates. Maybe he has freshly moved them in. Perhaps they are filled with some of the goodies that he requires in his household. Or maybe they are just filled with flowers and plants. These are the kind of details that really don't make a difference from a distance, but as you move closer, they're just like the cherry on the cake. But anyway, guys, I think that brings us to the end of the episode. Thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Leave a like if you did, and I'll see you all in the next one. Hey, look, I got an achievement for that.